What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch. And today we got a new update. Specifically, the Japanese game has released the new Blazing News number 9. I don't know how to say that properly without sounding dumb. But if you guys aren't familiar with this, what Blazing News is Bandai's way of giving us a heads up of what's to come, so that we aren't sitting around doing nothing and like, this game's shitty, right? So at least we have an idea of what's coming up, so that you can kind of get excited and, you know what to save up for, things like that and of that nature. So I wanted to give shout out to Songluck on the Reddit for the translation. He always does these types of translations, and it helps everyone in the community. So if you guys want to check this out, Reddit link is always down below, so be sure to do that. Now the first thing that we're going over is the late July update info. So the first thing is birthday event is scheduled to be available. Welcome the birthday in July. A portion of that character will be featured in a banner. Also, from now on and at any time, character's birthday event is scheduled to be available. Let's celebrate with everyone. So just from first looks, this seems like that they're now going to be adding in, like, it's their way of just adding in more stuff to do in the game. So they're going to be doing most likely a birthday banner, right? Well, 100% they're doing a birthday banner, but they'll probably be continuing to do those for other important characters that come out in the show. So if you scroll down here, Virgo Senpai made a thumbs up. There you go. He made a list of all the birthdays that are in this general timeline, right? So July being over here, right? So these are the birthdays, and then specifically in late July we have Sasuke Uchiha, right? So just keep that in mind, that is a possible birthday that we could be getting a new banner for. So a new Sasuke birthday banner is probably something that you can expect, but it could be anyone else. It could be Neji, but the thing is, Neji's already passed. We're talking about, like, and usually the Blazing News isn't anything that's coming up like immediately right away, but most likely it's someone in these like last couple of rows, right? But it also like doesn't necessarily have to be a July birthday. They could be doing an August birthday a little bit early, something like that. So it's not like it's set in stone, but there's a good chance, the way it seems to be written, that it will be Sasuke. Now in the next portion, mid-August update info, a new super impact will appear for impacts. The new super impact will certainly have the SS rank added when it appears. Additionally, the characters awarded by the super impact will be 6-star and can be Blazing Awaken. There you go. So let's finish it up. Guided missions are currently keenly under development. Certainly, please look forward to it. So super impact missions are coming out, and this is something that this game needed, right? And it says mid-August, so this is going to be part of the anniversary, no doubt about it. Super impacts will probably be, it's going to be something similar. We'll probably be getting SS rank stuff, but the difference between these and other SS ranks is that these 6 stars that we get from here can be Blazing Awaken. And when something can be Blazing Awaken, it just yells PvP viability to me. So this might be the first time where we can get viable free-to-play characters in PvP that can compete with Blazing Bash characters. Now, that's asking a lot, to be honest, but the fact that they can be Blazing Awaken is great to begin with, right? That also means that, you can, it's like, just nice, right? That the only Blazing Awakened units aren't locked behind a PvP wall. And then on top of that, or sorry, a banner. And then the other thing is that and this is more of like a side thing, it's a cosmetics, right? That the Blazing Bash characters have by far, hands down, the best art in the entire game, right? It's like nothing can compete, and I mean, that's my opinion. Everyone feel free to have their own opinion. But the fact that you got new characters that are impacts that can be farmed and can also be Blazing Awaken means that you're going to be getting an extra art for them, right? For their Blazing Awaken version. And on top of that, these characters, if they're even like remotely good, you'll get them fully duped, right? They probably, I don't know if they're going to be limit broken on top of Blazing Awaken, right? That's the one thing to keep in mind. They possibly will be, right? Because the thing is, all impact missions up until now are limit breakable. So if these end up being limit breakable, and on top of that get Blazing Awakened, then you can probably expect them to be decently good in PvP. And that's something that Bandai's really got to do, because when this game first came out, like PvP mode, when it came out, you know, last anniversary around that time, you could, like, the best units were the garbage units, right? Like your Body Haku from the second banner, like, you know, like those type of units, that the one that no one cared about. It was just like the limit breaks were the best and the units were not hard to get, right? You even had viable impact units that you could run in these things. So it was like, it made you feel rewarded for playing the game longer since you had a bigger box, and it made it so that people who just re-rolled weren't the ones sitting at top, right? And that's something that should be the way it is, right? Like, for people who've been playing longer, who have these bigger boxes and things like that, they should be rewarded. The veterans of the game, right? You shouldn't feel the need to re-roll on every single banner just to keep up with what's going on. So let's just keep it that way. So I want them to return to that type of viability in PvP. So that's the big thing about this whole page that I wanted to go over. Now, moving forward, guided missions are currently under development. We knew about this already. We're going to be getting new sets of missions. When they come out, they come out. We don't really know too much about them. Now, we got a late August update info. Ninja World Clash Questionable Scrolls implementation. Questionable scrolls will randomly appear during battle, and when picked up, something will happen. Activate random effects when you obtain the questionable scrolls that appear on the Ninja World Clash map. Depending on the effect, a great turnaround is also possible. I dislike this greatly. I'm going to be very, blunt with it. I don't think this is something that needs to be added at all. Comeback mechanics are not, like, I don't know. They, like, should exist, sort of, but this game needs to be more skill-based than RNG-based, and that's something that I'm going to stick with no matter what. Right? So I don't like these questionable scrolls. They're, as top comment says, they look very questionable. Right? It's not something that I personally think we need in PvP. I don't like RNG losing me games, and that's happened a lot. For example, I just was playing in the skill tournament on the Reddit Discord. That's why you can see I have the Jonin poster over here. I was playing on the tournament, and we're in game 3, and I literally am going to win next turn. After, like, he does a jutsu, I don't die, and then it's my turn and I have an ultimate jutsu. But the guy gets a crit, and the crit doesn't even kill me. He, like, gets a crit and it knocks me into another guy, and the combination attack did like 500 damage, and that killed me. So it was like, yes, it's part of the game, and yes, like, it'll happen, and that's something that you just gotta get used to, but it never feels good, right? When you win by RNG, it's like, great, but when you lose by RNG, it's significantly worse, right? I like being rewarded for winning because of good plays, like not grouping up when you're supposed to, grouping up when you need to, going for the pots when you have to, things like that, right? Yes, your teams will always be a big factor on, like, how good your thing is, and I'm a whale, so I should have no issues getting up. Well, when you start facing the other people with similar teams, it does come down to decision making, right? So I want it to be more like that. So that's just my point of view on that. Now, special attack mechanics implementation. Special attacks that strengthen characters' performance when selected characters are drafted into the team on selected missions is scheduled to be implemented. Special attacks related to the obtaining of stats and rewards exist. Various special attack mechanics will be implemented in banner characters and characters rewarded from various content, and it will be easier to play. Now, let's see. Special attacks sounds cool to me. Let's see. The first point says when selected characters are drafted into a team on selected missions. So it doesn't mean that, like, if I bring Team 7, right? I just pick like Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Sai, Kakashi, whatever, like, doesn't matter, whoever I pick. And I go into every single mission, I'm gonna have this bonus stat. From the way it's written, it's like, specifically, if I use a Team 7, team against a mission where, I don't know, like, anything where Team 7 was together, against Zabuza, right? Right, against a Zabuza raid, I will get a bonus something, right? That's what it makes it sound like, you know. Or if it's like I pick, you know, the Akatsuki, right? I just pick like 3 Akatsuki versus whoever. Like, it has to be a mission where it seems like only certain missions will have specific teams that get boosts. So just keep that in mind. Like, you know, Sasuke retrieval arc. Maybe if you pick Naruto Shikamaru Neji and there's a Sasuke retrieval arc mission, you know, you'll get bonus points for that. Something like that, right? That's at least what it makes it sound like. I could be wrong, but when I read that, that's the vibe I get. So it says special attacks are related to the obtaining of stats and rewards. I don't know what that means. I don't know what rewards, like, I don't get how special attacks are related to different rewards. Maybe, oh, okay, put it this way. You know, when you, I already have this up, right? So if we go under emergency mission, and I'll just click on whatever, right? Click on here, right? So exactly this, right? Body elemental tool. If they, you know, maybe one of the requirements will now be finished with a special attack, and you'll get more points. That could be something, or, you know, more pearls, or etc. That's something that I could see happening. And then the final thing, various special attack mechanics will be implemented in banners and characters from various content, and it'll be easier to play. This pretty much, to me, says that they're gonna make it not just like pay to play. You can use multiple characters from however way you manage to get them. So that's something good. Now that's really it for this blazing news. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Personally, the biggest thing about this entire thing was the super impact. Let me know down below what you guys think, and of course, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.